How are you today? I'm Dr. G, and this is the Teacher Teacher YouTube channel, where teacher support and mentoring are our passion. Have you ever been punished for something you did not know or understand? It sucks, right? That is what makes the guided practice portion of the lesson plan so important. Explaining and demonstrating the expectations is imperative to the students having ultimate success. Let me show you what I mean. So let's look at the guided practice. What's the purpose? It introduces the end product, including the directions, deadlines, rubric, mastery sample of the end product as well. We want students to have a clear understanding of what is expected of them. It also demonstrates how to complete the end product just using a different example. So we'll utilize Isaac's objective of students will utilize works of literature as springboards to write a short story about their lives, real or fiction, that contains a plot, characters, and setting. This objective may require multiple lessons to walk students through the entire process of writing a short story. So for this guided practice example, we're going to focus on the first lesson, which would help students organize and begin their short story. So we want to put as much detail in our guided practice instructions within our lesson plan as possible, so that when we reflect, we can pinpoint exactly where we need to make corrections in our lesson. So for this guided practice, we have the first step: the educator will introduce the assignment, rubric, and sample short story. So the educator will have select students distribute the rubric, graphic organizer, and short story examples. Then the educator would review the rubric. The educator will then review the graphic organizer for the guided practice. Then the educator and students will complete a sample activity for the guided practice. So each student would make up 2 characters and record them on the graphic organizer. Select students would share at least 1 character. The educator will compile a list of 5 to 10 characters collected from the students. And then the students will vote to select 2 of the characters from the list. And they'll be using this as part of the guided practice activity. Each student will create 1 setting and record it on their graphic organizer. 5 students will share their 1 setting choice. The educator compiles a list, the students vote, now they have 2 characters in 1 setting. Using those 2 characters in 1 setting, the students will take 5 minutes to write 3 lines that introduce the selected characters and setting on their graphic organizer. 3 or 4 students will share their example. So now what has happened is you've walked them through the process of identifying their characters, identifying their setting, which have to be in their story, and starting the story. So after that, the educator will circulate and place a participation mark on students' paper that completed the guided practice. So the final thoughts. Clear and concise direction in this stage allows the educator more freedom during the independent practice to clarify for individual students. If directions or expectations are not clear, the independent practice could result in misguided efforts on the part of the students. Effective guided practice fosters students' ability to complete the end product successfully. The time frames can vary, but you have to make sure that you allow for independent practice, assessment, and closure. One last thing about guided practice. Guided practice should not be graded on mastery. We're talking about practice. Practice. I hope that clarified the importance of the guided practice. Who would be calling me during my taping? Urgh. Oh, it's my wife. Sorry, but I really need to take this call. I hope to see you next time. Until then, please leave your comments and questions below. Goodbye.